What's up, y'all? So I figured I'd do a little story time. First of all, I got some crazy experiences and stories in LA, but out of all the crazy stories, so something that happened recently, I am on a dating app. A couple of dating apps. It is hard to find people out here that will actually freaking talk to you in public. So the dating app is pretty much your go-to to pretty much date around or try to find somebody that's somewhat like-minded in LA, because apparently everybody's crazy here. I was on the dating app BLK. I'm not sure if you guys know about that dating app. It's primarily for Black people, but you have a little bit of everybody on there, probably because they're looking for either a Black man or a Black woman, but that's on them. Anywho, it's a Black app. I came across this profile, right? And I saw that this guy was an athlete. He looked attractive. I usually go for darker skinned men, but you know, I do not discriminate. Anywho, so I came across this athlete, and in the bio it said, you know, NFL, and I was like, okay. And you know, he mentioned God somewhere in his bio, so I'm like, you know, got my attention. You just never know who you're dealing with, so of course you have to do your research, and of course I did. When I saw that he was an athlete, he's claimed that he was in the NFL, he played for the Oakland Raiders, right? Because he got majority football pictures on his profile. I'm not big on sports like that, and I'm definitely not big on who is in the NFL. I don't even really get football, so I looked him up and I couldn't find nothing. First red flag. He didn't have his name on the profile, so it was really hard to look up his government name, like first and last name, and honestly I was kind of too scared to ask him, because I mean, we just having this conversation, we just started talking, so it didn't even say it on his Instagram either, so that was maybe another red flag. But of course I have friends who are like investigators, heavy investigators, which every girl should have those type of friends, right? So I send my friend his Instagram profile, right? And she finds his full government name. She did look him up, and it did say that he used to be like on a practice squad back in 2015, but that was neither here nor there. He's claiming that he still plays for the team, so the guy is capping on his profile, so it is what it is. I honestly still wanted to give it a chance, because I didn't really want to judge him on him not making a team. When it comes to guys really being passionate about a sport that they pursue, that they didn't go all the way in, it takes a while for those guys to let it go. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? So once we looked him up, we didn't really see any type of like super bad stuff. It wasn't a hardcore search. We just wanted to see, like, is this guy legit? Did this guy play on a team? And is he who he say he is, right? So we do the research, and we're like, okay, this guy used to play for the team, whatever, see what he's about. So I liked his profile, and we automatically matched because he liked my profile before I liked his. He messaged me some heart eyes. We started talking. He tells me to add him on Instagram. So we add each other, and he hops in my DM. Mind you, he never asks for my number. He hops in my DM. We have this super short conversation. Let me just read it verbatim so I can give you guys some context, because I know I'm not crazy. I know I am not crazy. We start having this conversation. Mind you, this was like the first conversation that we have on Instagram. So he sends me heart eyes. You know, I'm telling him like, yo, like, you didn't follow me back yet, because he swear he did. And he said I did, LOL. And then he does it, and I respond back, there we go. And then he says, LMAO, what you doing? I say, just getting out the shower, about to finish editing this YouTube video. I hate editing, which I do. So he says, you do YouTube? And I say, yeah, I'm starting to, LOL. That's why editing is such a struggle for me, which it is. So he says, that's dope. I'm watching Netflix. So then I say, what's new on Netflix? And then he stops responding. And I'm like, okay, like maybe he's busy. And then I saw that he went on live with this girl on Instagram, which is completely fine because that's not my man, you know, and whatever he's talking about, it could be important too. I don't know. I didn't check to see. I honestly didn't care. A couple of days go by and he still does not respond back to my message. And, you know, I'm still active on Instagram. I'm posting on my timeline and posting on my stories, and yet he is looking at my stories but didn't respond back to my message. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, but whatever, you know. Whatever. We started messaging each other on December 24th, right? And that was the date that he stopped responding. And then he finally responds back January 2nd. So Christmas went by, didn't get no like Merry Christmas or anything. New Year's went by, didn't get a Happy New Year's. And then January 2nd at midnight, 12:56 a.m., he responds back to the message. So then he says the show that he was watching on Netflix, he says Martyrs. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. That's just what he said. And then directly after he says that show name, he says, can I be blunt? Mind you, this is 12:56 a.m. at night. I see these messages, but I'm not responding back because I don't know what type of tip he on. I don't know if he feeling some type of way, and honestly, like, I'm not here for it. So I don't respond to the text, and I respond to it the next morning. So 8:52 a.m., I say good morning and Happy New Year! Exclamation mark, blunt. So soon? Sure. So he says, never mind, LOL. And I say, you sure? Question mark. And then he responds back with, can I you? I cannot make this up. I respect somebody being, you know, open, honest, and transparent. Because it is some girls out here that do, you know, like to be casual. They are willing to just give it up or just to have some fun or whatever y'all into, they down for it. You know, I'm unfortunately not one of those type of girls, but it is some girls that's out here like that, and honestly, you won't know until you ask. So I respond back with, I respect your honesty, but LOL no. Kind of thought you moved different because of your name, which has God in it, and bio, which has God in it. His bio is, don't follow me, follow God. Well, I guess, you know, you need to be following God too. He wasn't verbal about what he was looking for or what he wanted, so I was kind of like, oh dang, you know, you could have saved my time. I wouldn't have even followed you on Instagram if I knew you was on that type of time. He responds back saying, I said quote unquote blunt, but okay. So I respond back saying, I understand, LOL. And then I blocked him. Somebody can get with what he is offering or what he wants to receive. I'm just not with it. But after all of that happened, I tell my friend this, and we do some more digging. Not only did he used to play for the practice squad back in 2015, but of course, you know, his followers, which he had like over 100,000 followers, was fake, of course. Comments fake, likes fake, all of that fake, right? The things that we found on the internet once we did some heavy digging on this guy. This tweet this Twitter thread pops up, right? It basically is of multiple people talking about this guy, like full name and everything. They pull up this guy's mugshot, right? So I'm like, he went to jail before? They said that he photoshops the Oakland Raiders logo on his pictures, and that he never played for the team. This guy, this person that actually works for the Oakland Raiders, confirmed that they never heard of this guy before, like ever. You could also see like people shouting him out because he would go and do like little talks at different colleges and speaking to students on behalf of the Oakland Raiders. Mind you, this guy never made the team before, right? Doing heavier digging, Facebook, I go on this picture that somebody shouted out of him saying this is this guy from the Oakland Raiders shouting him out. And then the comments, the first comment says that, is this the same guy that scammed me out of $5,000? And then someone commented under her saying, OMG, I got scammed too. Somebody commented after that comment saying, this guy is the biggest clown, all a facade. Imagine living your life pretending to be in the NFL and never even have that as your license plate. Such a loser. Somebody commented under that saying, try to get money out of me too. 4 more comments after that. Somebody said, you gave a dude that looks like that $5,000, and then somebody commented after that saying, he's still scamming folks. He got beat up and we ran him out of Atlanta. And then someone commented under that saying, you got finessed. This goofy ain't in the NFL, never has been, didn't even play in college. This nigga is a scammer. See, it's so many scammers out here. Like some of the popular people that you'll even hear on the radio or see on TV, they out here scamming too. Sometimes if their like name is not as relevant as it used to be, they gotta like make money some way. They can't just work a 9 to 5 and have anybody see them and notice them. Like they have to get out here and do what they gotta do just to make money under the table so they can keep up this lifestyle and image. But this one in particular, like I did even harder digging after that. Dude had a court case last year and it got dismissed in November. And that's not saying that the girl dismissed it, because it was a girl versus him. And it was likely over money. The case being dismissed is not saying that she dismissed it. It could be possibly that, you know, she tried to serve him so many times, because that's what you have to do when you try to take someone to court. And she probably couldn't find a guy, because the guy, from what these comments and from where I'm getting from all of this, he hops around from state to state, scamming people out of their money, and then going to a different city just to do it all over again. I even saw, once I did even more digging, that he went to jail in this like super random state like Minnesota. The guy is from Chicago. What he was doing in Minnesota, I have no idea, but he went to jail for a felony. You never know what could be the reason, but it's probably the reason why he has resulted to scamming, because he can't find a job. So I say all that to say, watch out, do your research, make sure you know you never meet up with somebody in private or go to their house or get in their car the first time you meet up with somebody. Like everything public. If you don't have a car, Uber, Lyft, public transportation, period. That's my experience. Hope y'all enjoyed my story time, but people crazy. I mean, it's LA, so I got more stuff coming.